Good morning, my friends. How is everybody doing on this wonderful Monday, August 26th? I had to check it. It was a crazy weekend. August 26th, 2024, Monday. Start of the week. Reset the week. Let's see what this week could have in store with us. We'll just do a quick little glance at a couple of the index funds here, and the rest of the week we'll focus mainly on individual companies, stocks, assets, whatever you want to look at. Just give me a comment, just comment, hey man, what do you think about this? Not that anything is ever advice, it's just, I'm curious how this guy views this particular market, So let's pull up the Dow Jones on the daily. Remember, we have our weekly idea. Okay? And we talked about this in depth. Okay? We're not touching it. We're waiting to let the main market men make their money on their positions that they gobbled up 2 weeks ago today. We're waiting for them to make their money on everything they bought down here. Because remember, when the market had that quick sell-off within a few days, they were gobbling it up. Why? So they could sell it up here. Okay? So they're selling it off today. They're getting their highs broken. That's when they like to sell. They always buy low and sell high. Some of these hedge funds, why do you think that they always have such a good track record on their trading? Okay? I'm not going to name names, but why do you think that their win ratio is so high and why they always do well? Because they buy low and they sell high. They don't play games, all right? They're selling up here. So just keep that in mind, that when you're breaking highs, it's not always a breakout, okay? In some positions and some particular plays, yes, a breakout is a breakout and you can continue higher. But when you are so high as it is, okay, when you've been going up for 2 weeks straight now after a sell-off, okay, that is just profit taking. It's all that is, okay? And it's impatient people that keep shorting too early, okay? Right now, just looking at it right now, looking at the Dow right now, I'm not even looking for a short idea until that channel gets broken, okay, that we've talked about, that we're in on the weekly. Oh, there's plenty of upside on the monthly, okay? You might think, well, there's all that space below us, but it's still creeping up. Okay, it's still punishing all the shorters. So there's no reason that we can't see 42,000 this week. I mean, I'll just be honest. Nothing surprises me, but if I see something like a 43,000, okay, I might consider a potential short, like right here, okay, on the Dow. If sometime this week we come up here like 43 or 44, okay, I might consider starting to take a bite on shorting from up there. Only because it would be that, and it would be basically banging its head on the ceiling right there, so to speak, for a possible move at least to the bottom of the channel down here on the monthly. Okay, so that's enough about the Dow. just our little thoughts on the Dow there. S&P still holding nicely. Same thing. This is the exact same maneuver that the Dow is making, just on a little bit more zoomed in look. Okay, so there's no change on how we're looking at the S&P right now. The NASDAQ still has room to go up. Something's holding it back, especially on the daily. Okay, this has my interest peaked now that I'm looking at this. Okay, this has my interest peaked. And if you're wondering, well, why you're just kind of looking at things on your phone, you know, during the pre-market hours, and you're not really getting in depth and, you know, pulling out the nice computer chart and looking at it, because that's not trading time. Okay, if I'm looking to take a position during the New York time, okay, I'll be at the computer. But if I'm on the pre-market hours, I'm anticipating to be trading during the New York hours. I'm just getting into generalization during New York hours until the actual New York opens. And for me personally, I don't trade the open. Some people, they kill the open. They do great in the open. I myself, I do much better when after the open. Let the market open, let it do its thing, let it trick everybody, let it punish both parties, and then, usually around 11 Eastern, that's when I am looking to take those positions that I take, you know, especially on the scalps and the day trades. So oddly enough, on the NASDAQ, oh yeah, it's still creeping up. Yeah, we're looking on potential upside for the day. Today, the most beautiful move the markets could make today, to me, would be to go up for the majority of the day. And then around lunchtime, midday reversal, then we come back down to the bottom of all these patterns and ranges that we've been looking at. So that's just kind of the little insight I have on looking at things today. That tends to be how my mind is viewing things. Apple is still holding the ideas that we had for the daily. See, all you got to do when you come to the market is, if you're looking for a buy, you're looking for a nice pullback to a support area, okay, or a demand area, okay. And there's several different ways of looking at that. I think it'd be good for me to make a video on the computer showing different variations of support and resistance and or demand zones, because there is, believe me, I have seen dozens and gone through dozens of courses and seen dozens of people have different ways of drawing out their support and resistance. Different people, how they draw out their demand zones. So which one works, guy? If you've seen so many, which one works? The ones that work are the ones that work with your style, okay? Which seems crazy. But the ones there's a couple that I've found to be most accurate, okay, over time, in just the way I view the market, you know. And like on this on this right here, okay? This is just a natural gas chart here. Just a generic natural gas chart. Henry Hub natural gas main, okay? This is just a, you can get it on Webull, alright? And shout out to Webull. I love Webull. I'm not trying to get a sponsor or nothing. You know, ain't no point. Only got like 12 subscribers. But I always will support Webull because I have had nothing but good experiences with them. Okay? You ever tried taking your money off of a broker or out of an exchange or off of any company that you use to hold your money and invest your money in? Try to take your money out today. Tell me how fast they give you your money. Some places, it's ridiculous. They take your money instantly, but then they want to wait 5 to 7 business days until they give you your money back, or even 2 weeks, or something ridiculous. Every time I've ever taken money off of Webull and put it in my bank account, it is quick. I mean, it is done within hours. I had one, they had it in there in 15 minutes. I was nothing but impressed with the professionalism of Webull. So that's why I kind of toot their horn a little bit, even though I have nothing to do with them. It's something I use. If I use it and it works good and it's not a scam, it's not kind of a crappy broker, okay, because there's a lot out there. You know, if it's a legitimate company, then I use it. And Webull has yet to prove me wrong. That's why I tout their horn. But a real quick example is right here on this chart. Okay. Look at this, how price come down right here. Okay. Now, look how it tapped right there. And then now it seems to be moving up again. It could move up, it could not. You never know. But this is just one variation of how support can be read. Okay? You had broke up above, away from this consolidation area down in the middle, and now you came back down to revisit the old friend one more time. Okay? And you just ever so slightly tapped the whole area. You didn't touch any particular candle in there, but you just kind of tapped the whole area. Okay? That's one variation of the support. And we'll cover, I'll go over that. I'll find a good chart sometime this week that has a lot of examples of a lot of different kinds of ways to read demand and support and kind of show, okay, here, here, here. But see, that can be a little confusing too, because you know, the reason the way I look at the market so crazy is because I've taken something, okay, from everybody I've ever learned from, okay? So if I've learned from 50 different people, you know, I have 50 different little tidbits that I've taken from them. A lot of people have a lot more success when they just focus solely in on one particular style and they go all in on that style. Okay, a lot of people have success with that, but my mind is so crazy and it's wired so differently that I have to come up with my own crazy formulation of how I view the market in order for it to make sense to me. It's a crazy thing, this industry. But I love everybody. Stay safe this week. Take it easy, okay? Pay. If you're making money, you know, there's nothing wrong with taking a little off the table. A lot of these things are so high on the high time frames. There's no reason not to take a little money off the table, okay? If it goes a little further without you, fine. But a pullback is generally they generally come. And it might not be as deep as you think. So just be prepared for some of your individual things that you're invested in to have pullbacks. And when they are, you look for the right areas that would be smart to pick some up. And always think about who is going to lose in any particular situation, because that is what has taken my game from, okay, kind of not really making any headway. What kind of started giving me more and more traction was coming to the market and just immediately thinking, okay, who's hung out right here? Who is exposed, so to speak? So when I see a particular area and I say, oh, there's some people that are probably exposed right here, okay, we're going to have to punish them before anything. Or I can join in on the punishment, if that makes sense. But I'm going off on a tangent. I love everybody, and we'll talk to everybody on the next video. Peace.